Alright, y'all. So, this challenge, this time around, the tribes are split into two groups of 6 again. So we're gonna get in their groups, and then I will let John explain the challenge, and then we'll get into the more details of who's doing what and blah blah blah. You know everything. You know the gist at this point. I'm gonna go over here. Taylor's on that side, so I'm gonna go this way.
All right, so we have one challenge win so far. There is another item in this challenge. It is your pot, and any remaining rice is at risk for the losing tribe of this challenge. There are no items available to you with this challenge, so you can focus solely on what you're doing in the challenge. This challenge is called Well Stacked. Each of your groups of 6 will be manning and dropping dominoes. 5 of you will be holding sections of the domino course. 1 of you will be the domino stacker. When you get over to the stations, I will describe to you what they are, and then at that point you can decide who wants to do which of those things. How this is going to work is both of your tribe's groups all will be competing at the same time. So all 4 groups are going to be on their own course. The first tribe to have both of their groups finish will win this challenge. That's the general. Everybody okay with that? I'll show you the specifics. All right, come on over.
I'm gonna get stepped on. Just won't let them go by me. Okay, so for the first group from Miwokon, or Milwaukee, however you want to call it, it is KDB, Wendy, Jordan, Luke, Ale, and Chris. For the first group for yellow, for Ikata, it's Andy, Daniel, Steve, Nicole, and Ryan and Courtney. Group 2 for purple, it is Aaron, Heather, Jeff, Sam, David, and Alex. And then group 2 for yellow, it is Nicole J, Justin, Baltazar, Linda, Kathy, and Katie.
You're going to start with your first domino on the end. The 2 people from your group will be holding the handles to support that. You can work, you can sit, you can do whatever you like. The one thing you cannot do is have your arms be unsupported. So you can't lean your arms on your body. You can't tuck them into your side. You can't lean them on the ground. You have to have your arms free. No. That's a good. The second station here. Butt to butt. Holding with any of these stations, that station has to be free swinging. You can't lean it on your neighbor. You can't lean it up against the 6 portions of the course to gain stability. So those, if the wind blows it, it touches, that's fine. We're just going to warn you to make sure you fix that. Okay? File station's a single person holding this with 1 hand, 2 hands, your call. They can sit, they can kneel. Same rule about the hands though. You have to have your arms freely supported as Evan has here. Can't lean them like that. Once you determine who's in which spots, you can switch only if all of your dominoes are down. So you're basically starting the entire challenge over if you feel like you need to. It's an option, but obviously that'll cost you something time. So having seen that, I'll give you a minute to decide who wants to do which station.
We do not think that the dominoes knocked over this and it fell.
Yeah. Similar, yeah.
I've done this before. I've definitely done the stacking before. So either I can do it I feel good about stack.
You
If you guys are okay with that, I'm just good. Yeah, now.
I think probably the paddle at the end is
Or when she
I don't know, I was just sitting and holding. Yeah.
I think it might
just when she puts the last domino, right?
essentially same height. You guys are closer in height. I don't know where your arms fall down. But like if they fall to a similar spot, that might be helpful. Just for the sake of it. I noticed even when Nick was doing it, it was a little tilted.
We need to be holding the whole time you see it.
No.
So you only pick it up when they start to put it on.
Okay, let's see these positions here. So for this group of kata, we got Balthazar and Katie on the ground. Justin and Nicole are going butt to butt. Linda has the paddle, and Kathy is stacking. First for Milwaukee, Heather and Aaron are on the ground. Jeff and Alex are going butt to butt.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
We consented.
David's got the paddle, and Sam is stacking. Second group for yellow, Daniel and Ryan are on the ground. Courtney and Nicole are going butt to butt. Andy is with the paddle, and Steve is stacking. And then for the second purple group, on the ground is Ale and Luke. Going butt to butt is Katie B and Wendy. Chris is, are you talking about, does the blue mean anything? No, it was accidentally painted. Luke, it doesn't mean anything, it was accidentally painted. It's just the same as the other ones.
Thank you. So just start there and then come to
Correct,
the
correct.
last one
Yep,
that's following.
correct, yes. You're very welcome. Jordan is stacking, Chris is on the paddle.
I don't. But like, is your babysitter here? Did he see this claim? That's me when he was butt to butt? Where is he? I'm gonna tell
I'm gonna try to get some good shots here for you guys. See, I can't get super close because I can't mess them up. But I probably can get some pretty good shots as long as I'm careful. Double checking some leveling here, making sure that it's nice and fair.
All right, everybody set?
Excuse me.
Go!
So it looks like Sam is starting stacking from the back. So it looks like what seems to be happening. Ooh, that water ball's gonna kill me. So it looks like all groups are stacking their 4 on the solid ends that no one is holding on to. Everyone seems to have that same tactic in the beginning, getting whatever dominoes they can on the solid flat surface before they start working on their trickier levels. Different levels of spacing, different levels of dominoes on either side. So about 7 right here for this Miwakon group. and you have 5 for them. So see, there's kind of a difference there. Again, as a reminder for those on the ground, with like Ryan and Daniel, for example, they can sit, they can kneel, they just can't have their arms touching any part of their body or laying on the ground or anything like that. Nothing can be tucked in. For example, for Courtney and Nicole N, they're going back to back and they have to suspend that bridge. That bridge cannot touch or be supported by either of the other platforms that are surrounding them. And Andy, hold that paddle. Same thing for the paddle. Same thing for the paddle. Andy's arms cannot be tucked or touching himself, and then it can also be.
Kind of loses about half of there.
The paddle cannot be supported by the board, and Andy cannot be. His arms cannot be in touch with his body. Jordan now working on the handle bridge. It's interesting. There's different amount of spaces for each group. Some groups are doing some are doing a little bit more wide.
They kind of just lost all of their blocks.
Don't give up. You got this, Yellow.
Miwakon loses about half of their dominoes, having to wait for Sam to come back and stack them. Kata group number 1.
How close are we to tapping?
Almost.
Got it.
Kata group number 1.
60, 59, 58.
Kata Group 1 placing the last of their dominoes.
Kathy using one of the dominoes to hold.
Wow, just like that. The walking and the Kata lose all dominoes.
So what it looks like is that the paddle is the hardest part. The paddle is the most unstable section. But for about this Milwaukee group and that Akata group, as you saw, their whole domino, it went to the end, right? It went all the way to the end. It worked. They got all the way to the end, but again, they have to make sure that they're using all of their dominoes before they're allowed to push.
Yeah.
We got this.
Hang on. Yeah, I think that's Sam.
Walking, one just lost all their dominoes. Everybody's still very much in this.
Only Sam. Oh, I'm sorry.
I could also roll if we drop it.
It's a little bit of a breeze, tiny bit of gust, just enough to knock these wooden dominoes down. Steve placing the first domino kind of at a diagonal. So hopefully the breeze can push it towards the rest of the dominoes there. Miwakon lifting up their bridge to stop the flow of their dominoes, so not as many dominoes fall. Everyone's pretty even. Group 1 of Milwaukee and Group 2 of Akata seem to have most of their dominoes up. Steve seems to be the closest now. Steve still has. John, for clarification, they have to use all dominoes?
Yes.
All dominoes. Thank you.
Steve, you still.
Steve kind of frustrated that he has to use all the dominoes, which was explained in the rules. Everyone's kind of in an even playing field. Steve now having to find spaces for the extra dominoes that he forgot.
You got this, Kathy.
Making a last adjustment before trying it. Here it goes.
Ready? Ready?
You get the Sam.
Focus on us, guys.
It's good.
Okada group 2 passes, so Okada group 1 just has to complete theirs, and Okada will win this challenge.
Purple just fell on the other side, so slow and steady.
As you saw, Nicole N's legs almost blocked the dominoes from falling, but luckily, not fully.
Yeah, I need one more on my side. Shit, it fell. It dropped over the wind. Yeah, just put it back out. That's exactly. Slow and steady.
exact right thing, Josh.
Walking one down to their last few dominoes.
We're good.
David, arms unsupported, please.
Good save.
Okay, I think just moving it down, it's start to fall, then yanking it back, because moving it's gonna be really hard.
Kathy, if any problems,
Yeah.
scratch off the end.
As long as it's just-
Can I do that?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you say? Justin, you gotta lift.
Lift?
Just a little.
Okay.
Kathy, you tell us
How's
when.
that? Yeah.
Last domino from, well, not.
John?
Now it's
Don't
the last domino
jinx it.
from walking.
Sitting.
Good save.
Sam with nice reflexes there, stopping the flow of dominoes for hitting the rest of hers.
You're doing great, Sam.
Walking 2 is now getting tripped.
Thank you, Kathy. Don't forget, we gotta use all of it.
Walking one's got them all sacked.
Oh God, I hope this works.
Here it goes. They got it.
A walk-in 1 finishes. And we have Milwaukee 2 trying to finish. They have 4 more dominoes to stack.
You got it.
He caught it 1. Just a bit more, it seems. Kata probably has about
So much harder.
15 dominoes to stack.
You got it, y'all. You got it, y'all.
Oh, Milwaukee
Oh, just as I said that, now they're pretty even again.
We're gonna do this. We can stand.
All right,
You got it.
Kata won about maybe halfway down their dominoes now, maybe a little less. Milwaukee 2.
You got it. You got it.
Switch out blocks. Switch out blocks.
You're doing great, Kathy. You're doing this.
I might need one more of mine, right?
Another little gust. Kathy now working on
So you have to use all the blocks.
the ground bridge.
Yeah.
Linda using the paddle to try to block the wind. Justin and Nicole J pretty steady
You're looking good. This still hurts.
on the hanging bridge.
Maybe Katie a little lower. Katie a little bit lower. Okay.
It needs to be there.
Oh, right.
Kathy taking your time, slow and steady.
Good job, guys. You're rock solid. You got it.
Good job, Kathy.
What's your spacing, Kathy, on those last one there? I don't know.
Hey, back out.
She's leaning face to the end. She's got to come back.
Appreciate the effort.
They tried. I did not get it, but
I love the
shield.
Really close up with our hands above our heads.
To be a shield for the wind.
Kathy.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
Kind of lost a few.
You got this, Jordan. You're doing great.
The walk-in's a little bit ahead at this point.
Got this. A couple more.
Connor just lost a bunch more.
Take them off, Kathy. Take them off. Put them on there.
So those are
Get them
fine.
out of the way.
Beautiful. You guys are all locked in. Dominoes for Milwaukee.
Walking group 2.
Do these and you go to the other side.
That's good, that's good. You fell the right way.
Wind picking up again.
You have to tip it from the other side so when she places this, she has to go to the other side.
That third domino there.
Oh! Milwaukee just
Milwaukee
lost
tr-
almost all.
Almost all their almost back to square one again. It's very back and forth.
Chris now stacking for Milwaukee 2.
Looks like we had a tag out for Chris and Jordan.
You guys are doing great. Nice job, Chris.
Kata keeping the same order for their group.
Good job, Kathy. Slow and steady.
Wait, what? You guys are talking two different things.
Again, Nicole and Justin still very rock solid on the hanging bridge, making it easier for Kathy to take her time. Kathy attempting again on the handle
Yep,
bridge.
how are you? Good, here we go. Slow and steady. You guys are steady as play.
You're doing great, Chris.
Focus, guys. Yep, give me one more. You still have one on the other end, too.
Steady, Justin. Don't move.
It's okay. You guys need to take a break, take a break.
Ground bridge cross again.
So just lift yours and stack yours up. It's okay. Kathy, one more over here. And if you could put one more on theirs.
Let's go check out Chris is stacking. Hanging bridge is getting a little bit of a break here while Chris plans to restack. Allian looked pretty solid on the ground bridge.
Dead even, maybe a little ahead for a Connor. On their last 3 blocks.
Still?
Right there. I think. Perfect. Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's
great.
You what? Maybe like you from
Don't move.
Just breathe. Focus on something else. Focus on something else.
Luke's saying that he's starting to feel a little bit of pain. Wendy giving some support, telling him to just breathe. New Okada drops. And Okada drops. New Okada and Okada. Back to square one for both tribes again.
You're doing a great job, Kathy. You're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job. Okay, Kathy, we're pulling it up. Kathy, you did incredible. So you and I, Kathy and I.
Kathy and Nicole have now swapped, giving Nicole a chance to stack. Chris is staying as the stacker. All right. Ellie and Luke setting up again.
Once you just keep it, just don't move, Kathy. We just hold it tight. Let it balance itself. Nicole will balance it for us. We just have to hold the rope. Okay, start putting them closer together.
I will. I just don't want it to.
Yeah. Wait those to the end. Just leave two there. Take your time. Slow down.
So the extras on the standing platform so that we don't have to break it.
Yes.
The extras on the standing platform so that we don't have to break it.
That pace is great. I try to get some important.
Nicole making quick work of these tiles.
You need by me. There's too much of a gap.
Walk and work on their last section. Down to like 2 pieces. Hold strong.
Yes.
Who's putting your...
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And then run and push.
I'm going from this end.
No, other end.
The other end.
Okada's going to push. There it goes.
Okada's attempting.
It's good.
All right, Okada, after a long, hard-fought battle, there's a hat on my hat. What a finish! That was a very, very, very close battle between both tribes. Okada celebrating.
Good job.
Yes, Purple will be losing their pot and rice. All the rest of their rice. Yep. All right, heading off. You know the drill. I'll be back for the next challenge, whenever that may be. Okada wins their. Was that their second challenge? Wait. No. Their second win, right? Yes. So Okada has 2 wins, and Milwaukee has 1. Yeah.
They won the second
Yep.
one. So it's going back and forth.
Yeah. So 2-1 right now
All right.
when it comes to the points. So we'll be back later. There's Taylor and all her robotic arm glory. All right. Signing off. See you guys soon. Bye.